Welcome to episode 1985 of Love Serve Care. Today's episode, let's talk about insights. In this case, the insight of regret. Now, that might sound dark, that might sound, oh my goodness, Alex, where are you going with this? But let me explain. Earlier this week, I think I shared it on an episode sometime about my interview presentation with ACA. Right, the American Club Association. So shout out to Dr. Susan Harrison and her husband Brian Harrison for inviting me, welcoming me into your community to share some thoughts. And as we're going through this interview, as we're going through this conversation, I'm telling my story. You may have heard it before. Rewind to 2015, where in this 90-day span, my son is born, my mom passes 3 days later, and then 3 months after that, I'm laid off from my job. So a whole swirl of life change, identity shifts, of challenges for sure, and trying to find my way as an entrepreneur as I'm starting this first venture. And when I shared this word about regret, the things that I wish I had said to her, right? Speaking about my mother, things I wish I said to her, the things I wish I didn't say, the way I wish I had acted, all of these things. I was thinking about it today as I'm doing some yard work, helping my wife, working with my wife and partnering with her to build a garden and things like that in our backyard. I started thinking about that word, regret, and it led me to this thought about, well, is regret the mother or the son, right? Trying to be cheeky here, but how is it related to comparison? Because you heard the expression before that comparison is the thief of joy. Well, what's regret? How does that work in there? Well, regret is like it's offspring, so to speak, because when we're comparing, I wish I had more of this, less of that. I wish I had this person's business. Oh, it must be so easy. Look what they have accomplished, and what about me? Well, the regret on that other side is, well, I wish I didn't do that. If only I had done this, then this would have been different. If I didn't make this mistake, if I only had spoken up here, if only I didn't go there, if I didn't hang out with these people. Can you see where this is going? Right, we're comparing, but now it's an even level deeper. It's this negative feedback loop that we're processing for ourselves. So what's that antidote for regret? How do we remove regret from our lives? I don't know if that's completely possible, but what can we be grateful for? What can we focus on? It's not a spiritual bypass. It's not ignoring and brushing it aside, but really, how can we lock in, have our lens, shift our sight onto what's making us winners, what's making us champions? So it's just a thought. And remember, you're born to live your life in abundance. You're the master of your future. You control your freedom, and you have complete dominance of your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits. Take care. God bless. Stay blessed.